So today we're taking a look at the Malaysian Army Special Issue Outrider. It is actually the Outrider. Of course, this is the old version that was produced beginning 2009. So it comes with the slide lock. They requested Victorinox to replace the corkscrew on the Outrider with the Phillips. This is done in polyspectral, as you can see, because it's black, and you've got the all beamer, the Phillips screwdriver. You've got the locking 111mm blade. Yes, I don't know whether you can see Victorinox right there, Swiss made, and it is patented on the back. Polyspectral 111mm blade using a slide lock that disengages the lock, that you can close it. And this one in digital camouflage scales. There is another one in regular camouflage with stainless steel tools and implements, and between the two they say that there is estimated to be between 20 to 30,000 pieces issued, so making it a very rare collector's item, not just amongst Malaysians but knife collectors in general. That's the saw. Then you've got the scissors, which we don't see a lot in issued army knives. The Malaysian army was smart enough to include the Victorinox scissors in their issue. Kudos to them. Very smart, very clever. Then you've got like the Outrider, you've got the inline Phillips right there. So you can close that. You've got your can opener with precision screwdriver there. And you've got your pry bar, cap lifter, bottle opener, wire stripper, wire bender, flathead wire bender, flathead screwdriver, which has got a 90-degree stop but doesn't lock in like the 130mm Delamont. So it comes with your tweezers, your toothpick, and of course your key ring. And this is a slide lock at 111mm, and it's like the Outrider. It is actually the Outrider. They've just swapped out the corkscrew with the Phillips. Let's look at some other 111mm knives. This is a basic Sentinel, and it's only got one tool, which is your knife, which is of course one-handed in opening. Of course, not as smooth as one-handed opening of the 130mm knives, which gives you a bit more space to maneuver. And this uses a slide lock right here, where you have to basically disengage like that, and you can close. This is very simple, very elegant for people who just need a single blade knife. It comes with your tweezers and your toothpick, I suppose, because it's regular scales. This is a Sentinel in black. I have another, the same, except it comes with a pocket clip. It's called the Sentinel clip. Next we have another discontinued knife. This is called the Rucksack Red. The Rucksack was discontinued. It's also, as you can see, the slide lock. I think as of 2017. This was discontinued in 2016 and subsequently replaced with the Adventurer, I believe. And this has got the stainless steel blade at 111mm. Again, the slide lock. Comes with a saw, your can opener, your bottle opener, at the back your all reamer and a corkscrew, right, instead of the Phillips. So it loses the scissors as compared to the Outrider, and that's 111 millimeters. It's called the Rucksack Red. It's discontinued. The Rucksack Red is replaced with the Forester, which I don't have. Let's look at the Hunter. This is the Hunter Red, also 111 millimeters. We've got that. And this would be the Hunter Red, also discontinued in 2017. Victorinox has replaced all slide locks with the liner lock, as you find in here. This is the liner lock, where you actually use your finger and move the line across. And this is still basically 111 millimeter blade, made by Victorinox, of course. This is not Delamont, this is IBAC, and it uses the slide lock. You've got your awl reamer, you've got your corkscrew, you've got your toothpick, you've got your tweezers, you've got your can opener and bottle opener as a combo tool for this. And it's very different from the rest, where they have two separate implements for your can opener and for your bottle opener. This puts those two tools, like the compact, in one. It's got a 90-degree stop, as you can see right there, and of course a screwdriver. They've put it in a combo tool. On this side, they've put a cutting blade, a gutting blade. They've put a gutting blade if you're going hunting, and it's also good for, I suppose, cutting seat belts and getting out of a tough situation if you're ever stuck in the car. Of course, the Hunter also has a saw, which is not locking. I wish they made saws that would lock. Again, that's the lock, and using the slide to close. Very similar to the old Rucksack Red, except, as you can see, regular tools here, while this has gone a bit special. You can still get the new Hunters, the ones with the slide locks. They're still in production. This comes with a embossed picture of a deer. That's some 111 millimeter knives. This is called the Picnicker, and it's also an old version because it's slide lock. You're able to find the new slide lock versions. On the back, very simple. You've got the scale tools, your tweezers, your toothpick, your awl, your reamer, your corkscrew. Your tools and implements. You've got your knife, which is your standard 111 millimeter blade, slide lock again, and here at the front, Picnicker is very simple. You've only got your can opener, your precision flathead screwdriver, and you've got your large flathead screwdriver, your bottle opener, and your wire stripper bender right there. Of course, it's got a 90-degree stop, like all 111 millimeter knives. The 130 millimeter knives don't have a stop for the pry bar or can opener, I suppose because it needs to lock at the edge. So that's the difference. This is the Picnicker, so loses one layer away from the Rucksack Red. And we've got another one, which is the also 111 millimeters. This is the Adventurer Red, and the Adventurer Red it seems is also discontinued as of 2023. You could still find it in many places. Same knife, says Victorinox Swiss made. On the back it doesn't say anything because presumably it's been patented, while the previous ones all have the tank stamp patented at the back of them. You can see. Knife profile is different. You've got the new liner ones, liner lock ones, which are distinctively a lot wider and have got a bit more of a spear point to them, as opposed to this one, which is a bit more straight. And also the tank stamp, very different. You can see this one being very narrow, this one being very wide. On the back, this one says patented, this one doesn't say anything. This one's got the liner lock which says press here, so you press this to close. Yes, press to close. And this you actually have to, this you'd actually have to slide lock your way. So let's put that down for a while and look at the now said to be discontinued Adventurer. Very sad. It's got like the Picnicker, so you can see. Now this pry bar locks in. You've got another locking mechanism here, another button that says press, for you to basically lock your screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, bottle opener, wire stripper, wire bender, and makes a really awesome and very good pry bar because of its ability to lock. So you've got two locking tools in here, which is your main blade and your pry bar, which, like the Picnicker, also you can see same 2 layers. I believe they've taken a very Delamon pry bar approach to this, and it's significantly larger than the old ones that have the slide lock. These ones basically lock the pry bar, and this is the Adventurer. On the back, the difference being the replacement of the corkscrew with the Phillips. A bit more utilitarian these days in an urban environment, I think. The Phillips screwdriver as opposed to the corkscrew, which you would need in survival situations out in the bush. And the Adventurer is said to be discontinued as of this year as well. So again, some 111mm knives. You've got the Sentinel. This might be discontinued as well, I believe. This is already discontinued. You've got the old Rucksack Red. This is a special edition Malaysian Army Outrider. You've got this Hunter with the slide lock. Slide locks are all discontinued as of 2017. You've got this Picnicker, which is slide lock and also discontinued in 2016. And you've got the Adventurer, which is said to be discontinued as of 2023. Let's look at some other 111mm form factor knives. This is basically what is known as the Locksmith. This is the Locksmith. They say that this is also being discontinued. It's very sad because this has got a 100 blade, which because of the fact that it's broad, they've kind of like put the blade in the center, which gives it very good balance, articulation, and usage all around. It's a slide lock, and presumably they're calling it the Locksmith because it comes with two saws. It comes with your regular wood saw, which is a very close quarters cross-cut teeth and very fine. And you've got also a very fine metal saw, also a metal file. On this side it's a bit rough, on this side it's a bit finer, and you've got this little edge here, which is very useful for, you know, if you're filing keys and such in the old-fashioned way. I suppose that's why it's called the Locksmith. It's got the same locking pry bar flathead screwdriver wire bender as earlier, the Adventurer, 111mm. So that's two locking tools, and it's got your standard can opener and precision flathead screwdriver. On the back, like the Adventurer, also the Phillips and the reamer, all with no sewing eye. If you look, they all don't have sewing eyes. Let's look at the old ones. And the old ones have, these are taken from the 91mm. So you can see the new slide, the new liner lock ones, the new liner lock blades, whether one-handed or dual-handed liner lock, have all put locks on the pry bar. They've changed it, and the reamer is very different from the older 111mm. Now all of these scales are not Celido, they are nylon. Let's look at another knife, and that would be what is known. This is the 111mm Hercules. I would say the closest to it would be the Locksmith, but it actually adds layers. At the front, the locking pry bar, the standard can opener. You've got a two-handed knife, very different from the Locksmith, which is one-handed. Still very solid, very chunky. They've put, I can find the nail late here, the pliers, which I think let's inspect. This is my Swiss champ. I suspect it's the same. Let us see. It's exactly the same as the Swiss champ. Okay, so exactly the same as the Swiss champ. Oh, there's another tool there, which would be your inline Phillips. I suppose that's number 2 and number 3. Then you've got your scissors in the Hercules, and beneath it you've got your inline Phillips, just like your Outrider, number 0 and number 1. Should handle most jobs. And you've got, I think, a very nice saw, similar to the ones we saw in the other 111mm knives. It's very significantly different from where is the saw? This is the saw of the Swiss champ. For comparison, you see, maybe a bit more comfortable to use. The Hercules is a hefty beast, but it still feels nice in the hand. the blade position is not as centered like the Locksmith. Still nice, but one-handed middle layered knife with slide lock is a good idea. So I have no clue why this is being discontinued. The Locksmith, as well as the Hercules, is being discontinued. I think out of which these are the two one-handed ones, the Sentinel and the Locksmith. The rest of the 111mm knives that you see here, all of which are discontinued. Yeah, 200 operation knives. So thank you all for watching.